Welcome to CEO's Meet the Member series. We're honored today to have with us the co-founder of American Cloud, Aaron Wagner. He's the CEO of American Cloud. It's a company dedicated to affordable cloud services independent of big tech servers, which we want to unpack that for sure for our audience being CEOs and owners that are looking for cloud services. Your background around data centers, cloud technology, you're instrumental in innovation and operation of efficiency in the industry. Before founding American Cloud, you were the COO of Open Spectrum. Your expertise has been all over the internet, lots of AI tools talking about you, several training manuals inside the industry that you've authored, and the words are way bigger than my technology mind can handle, so I'll stay away from that. And prior to going into the private sector, I really want to thank you for your service. You're an airborne ranger with the 82nd, and I can tell you people my age know that you're one tough dude to even get through part one, let alone part two. And one of my dear friends is an 82nd Airborne Ranger who is now a major as a young man. Grew up here in our house. And you were deployed to Iraq, and we're going to mention that you love vintage cars, but more importantly is your wife Rebecca and your dog Maggie seem to be very important to you. So with that, I really welcome you to our new Meet the Member of our online community where CEOs and owners come to meet for peer-to-peer relationships, CEO tools, curated resources, and our own CEO Plus AI advisor. So Aaron, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks so much, Bill. Yeah, it's been a total honor meeting you, and I'm super excited to be a member and to talk about what I've done and what we've built with American Cloud.
Great. My first question is probably the easiest one of the day. What in the world would cause an airborne ranger to start American Cloud, and why?
Well, you might be able to blame my hero complex, but to put it simply, it was to save the internet. To put it, in a little bit more context, after getting out of the army and getting really, really invested into internet infrastructure, I saw so many different problems with the different hosting providers that were available. And this ranged from the large cloud companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, to even the managed hosting companies and the data center operators themselves. And so, I really identified three really easy problems that I could solve with the skills that I had acquired and network I had built. And so, we built American Cloud to solve those three problems. And, it was really price, support, and freedom.
Price, support, and freedom. So I would imagine few CEOs and business owners get involved in what I'll call the deep technical side, but I want to go backwards. Why would freedom mean anything to a cloud provider? What is freedom? Why would a CEO care about freedom with their cloud provider?
It surprised me as well, to be honest. I didn't expect so much political angst in the hosting space when I got out of the army. But I saw a lot of providers just unwilling to provide services to certain segments of the market. This ranged from ministry groups not being able to put their websites on certain providers, to Second Amendment firearms and ammunition companies not being able to host their products or sell their products online, to alternative healthcare companies and Web3 companies. And I noticed this trend of hosting providers tagging these industries as high risk to them or antithetical to their board's personal beliefs and just refusing to provide service, which is their right as a private business to do. But as an American, I believe in freedom of speech and freedom of commerce so long as it follows the law. So I wanted to make sure that every segment of the economy was able to have reliable hosting. And everything really accelerated in 2021 when Amazon kicked Parler off of the internet, essentially. This was following Microsoft having kicked them off their services. They moved to Amazon, and then Amazon did the same thing. And if you remember, Parler was a growing social media application in the conservative space at the time. And the plug was just pulled on them. And so this really woke up the issue for a lot of people in the industry that you needed to really trust where you were going to host your digital assets. And it wasn't, it wasn't just for gun companies or ministry organizations anymore. It was any business. It was tech startups were now at risk. And so that really catalyzed me to want to move forward. And, ultimately it's why we both built American Cloud.
So we kind of went backwards. Support. Why would that make you different than the large tech server people, the large tech cloud servers?
Well, good luck if you're not one of the top 500 customers of any of the other hosting providers. You just won't be able to get somebody on the phone. You're usually routed to a chat bot. And more than likely, these providers will effectively put up a brick wall where their product ends. And there were some hosting companies in the early 2010s that really shined in this area. They went above and beyond on the support side of the house. They were very invested in their customers' outcomes. And those were the providers that I was frequently referring my customers to at the time. And since then, those businesses were acquired and their support models got worse. And so I already had an example in the space. Rackspace is a company I'd like to call out for that. They coined this term fanatical support, and they were very obsessive about really figuring out what their customers' business outcomes were so they could provide solutions for. So we just modeled after that. And rather than chat bots and stopping where the product ends, we're invested in our customer success. We've got decades of experience deploying mission critical infrastructure around the world. And so we can help these companies figure out problems so that they can get to where their business wants to be, whether it's an e-commerce site or it's a media platform or it's an internal business application. We know the different tools and tricks in the trade to make sure that they can achieve what makes their business successful.
Okay. So how do you define success? Because lots of CEOs and business owners are out there. They have their metrics. They're driving themselves. What's success for American Cloud? What's the midterm, long-term goals look like? Or how do you define success maybe?
Success for us is pretty simple at the end of the day, right? Our customers are happy. We're running a profitable business, and our employees' families are taken care of. And so we want to make sure that we're meeting those benchmarks and continuing to innovate on the internet, right? So there's already kind of this baseline feature set that companies need in order to deploy their applications. We understand the technology, and we're a technology company first, right? Like first and foremost, we need to make sure that we're providing reliable, scalable, secure infrastructure. So we focus our time on making sure that that is sound. With that foundation being set, we can focus on succeeding, like you're asking about, which is making sure that our customers are happy, they're supported, they're growing, they have what they need. We obviously need to be running a profitable business. We're not really playing the chasing different fundraising routes. We've bootstrapped this company, so we're built on good principles. We can continue to run this company forever. And then we want to take care of our own, right? It takes humans to run this company, and everybody at our company has families, and we want to make sure that they're well supported, they're well compensated, and we're an American Cloud family at the end of the day.
And in that American Cloud family, we talk about high performance culture. We talk about taking care of our people. What are some of the things that a cloud business might be doing differently than a manufacturer client, or how do you nurture your family, as you called it, that extended family?
One side of that is my philosophy has always been to attract and hire the top performers in their fields, and so I'm not looking to race to the bottom. And so we try to find the people that are the best at what they do, and compensate them well to do it. So with that, like you mentioned, we get an extremely high performing team, and we don't want to put barriers around these people. We want to let them shine so that they can do what they do best. And so we promote obviously a culture of innovation. We promote time with their families so that they're happy when they're at work as well. And we see that as a scalable model. It's scaled us this far, and it's going to scale us into the future.
Okay. So when I talk to people about American Cloud, whether they be CEOs or owners, I use the word cancel-proof cloud solutions. I know you touched on that from the freedom point of view, but can you go a little deeper why you can say that so adamantly where somebody else can't?
Yeah, and I can say we're 100% unique and differentiated in this space.
Okay.
And that's because we're the only ones who, I was alluding to the fact that we're built on sound technical principles. We own the dirt, we own the building, we own the servers, we own the network. We wrote all of our own software. We have a carrier neutral telco room, and we have some of our own fiber assets. Everything we've built in house, and we own in house. And that means we have no outside dependencies. I also talked about the fact that we haven't taken any outside investment. So there is no outside lever that can be pressured against us to change course. So when I say cancel proof, I really mean cancel proof. There's nobody that can turn a switch off on us, cancel a license on us, and prevent us from providing our services. So at the end of the day, we're the only ones who do that. There's some others that do provide, I'd say, principled infrastructure, but they're maybe lacking in the technical sense, or they rely on certain vendors for certain aspects. That's not us.
Thank you for clarifying that, because an old dude like me, I needed you to, that freedom piece didn't quite kick in, and I know that most of our members, CEOs and owners, they have people that handle that, and so I appreciate you clarifying that a little bit deeper. Not getting too geeky, but I could understand it. So thank you very much. I think we probably are coming to the end of our time together, but I want to make sure, how could they find American Cloud? And that would be through your website, americancloud.com. It would be onX_Aaron Wagner with American flag next to it. Your company LinkedIn profile is American Cloud, and your individual LinkedIn profile is Aaron, Aron Wagner, with one A, everybody that knows me here in Pennsylvania. And it's been a real honor and a pleasure to kind of spotlight you as one of the members of CEO Zones, our online community. And I do know that this morning I was talking to a brand new member of a multi-billion-dollar company, and he was not aware of you, so we are going to be matching you up inside the app. Anything you'd like to add as we close, Aaron?
I just want to show some appreciation, Bill. I really appreciate you bringing me on today as a member, spotlighting me. And just as a little plug here from my side of the wall, as a CEO, this is my first time being a CEO, and it's been a total honor. But one of the things that I've found hard is building good community with other CEOs, right? We have a unique position in this role, and so having a resource like CEO Zones and a friend like you, Bill, to be able to go to and build community with has been invaluable for me, which is invaluable for my company. So I just wanted to thank you for that while we've got a few minutes here.
Thank you. We have a great team supporting you, so enjoy your membership. Keep on going. Have a great day.
Thanks, Bill.